What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Tough loss to them boys in the Valley of the Suns, losing to the Phoenix Suns 112-107. The captain, 27 points, 5 assists. The big cat, 15 points, 12 rebounds, turnovers. That's how we're going to start off talking about this. Turnovers. Turnovers. Knicks had 18 turnovers tonight. That led to 22 points for the Suns. And to me, that's the ball game. That's the ball game. The captain came up with two major ones at the end. And that was it tonight, man. You know, to me, the Knicks came back, but they lost this game, of course, based on the turnovers, but really like in that third quarter. And once again, they got punked again. They're getting bullied, man. They're getting dudes and fouling, hacking. You got to play through that, man. You're on the road. You got to play through that. You got to kind of get like some, grab your, you know what, and you got to play through that. You're on the road. You're on the road. It's not like it's not like the Suns stink. They're a top 10 defensive team, so they get after it. They cause a lot of turnovers. That's the only way, because they're not better than the Knicks, but the Knicks are just a sloppy team. Just sloppy team. Lack of discipline, like just certain things defensively, like just certain breakdowns. It just doesn't make any sense. But that's why they lost this game tonight. Not even so much offensively, because I thought they had a decent game offensively. But they turned the ball over, which led to 22 turnovers. They don't turn the ball over, they win this game. Very easy, man. Very easy. Now, of course, people are going to lean into the captain, right? Those last two turnovers, which was big, right, for him. But I'm not even upset with that, because sometimes it happens, right? That's part of the game. Here's the problem I have. What's going on? They're like this team. Their lack of basketball sense is like frustrating. Like Royce O'Neal. What do you have tonight? What do you have tonight, right? Because Royce O'Neal had 12 points, right? But he was 4 from 6 from 3. That's that. Once again, all his points were from 3 points, from 3-pointers, and it was from the same left corner that Champagnie was killing them on. That's it. The Knicks must be allergic to that left corner 3, right? But anyway, we're down 2, right? This is after Brunson fumbled the ball and tripped it out of bounds, whatever he did. We're down 2. Bridges. Devin Booker's dribbling one-on-one with Cat right there, right? So my thing is, you got to let that rock. We cannot slide over to help and leave someone open. We cannot, especially that Royce O'Neal. He's been killing you from 3, especially in that second half. Brunson slides over. What does Booker do? Swings it to Royce O'Neal. He knocks down a 3. When Brunson slid over, I said no. Their attention, like their mindset about the game is like out the window. Like because that's just a regular. You got to be smart, man. This guy's been killing you from 3. You cannot leave him open. I don't care how good of a ball player Devin Booker is. Sometimes you just gotta let it rock. You gotta leave Towns on the island, and y'all gotta figure it out. But you cannot help in that moment. This guy's been killing you from that same spot all second half. That play is what pretty much summed up the game. Boneheaded stuff. Like that was a just nonsense move by Brunson. He should have never did that. And I don't know if the coaches sent him on that double. I don't know who did. But if the coach sent him on a double, shame on him. That's terrible coaching. This guy's been killing you from 3. And you leave him wide open, and bang, that's the ball game. They go up by 5. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any sense. That's just simple basketball, man. This is simple hoops, right? And so the pressure's on. The guys, you think the pressure's not on? I don't know if you guys saw. Did you guys see? They panned the camera to the behind the backboard, like to the fans of the backboard. I saw Leon Rose sitting baseline, right next to James Dolan. Does James Dolan travel with the team? I don't think so. He doesn't travel with the team. It's very rare he does. I know Worldwide West does. But James Dolan was sitting next to Leon today at the game. He was in Phoenix. You think there's no pressure? There's a whole lot of pressure, man. Especially what he said the other day on the Carlton show. There's a whole lot of pressure here, man. This coach, I told you guys, he better make it happen. You think that coach is out there? Excuse me. You think the owner's out there on a Carlton show saying what the expectation are? No, that he's letting it be known to everybody and the head coach. This is a team that should win the championship. We should be in the finals this year. I'm not accepting nothing less. Now, he didn't say that part, but that's basically what he's saying. And by him being on the road with the team in Phoenix, says a lot. Let me go ahead and chat, man. I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. On this late Friday night Knicks, man. Tough loss in the Valley of the Suns, 112-107. Tony, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Lionel Monis, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Namrit, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Nick Yak, long time no see, man. Hope all is well with you. Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big Task, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Times passes by. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live at Any Finest. 112, man. I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Listen, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, East New York Finest, I'm assuming that's what you're saying. I appreciate you coming through rocking with me, man. Listen, subscribe to the channel, sir, but I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew. This is what we do after every Knicks game. I'm sure it's East New York Finest. Let me know if I'm right or wrong on that. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me, man. It's truly appreciated, man. Please subscribe to the channel. Outlaw, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Tough loss tonight, man. Tough loss tonight. Hey, look, man, look. The reality is this. The Knicks got to toughen up. They got to toughen up. And they have to get stronger with the rock. I thought Kolek was rattled tonight. I thought they were getting after it. You know, Grayson Allen, that's what he does, man. He gets under everybody's skin. Even OG catching the tech, and that should never happen. That's what him, Brooks, that's what they do, man. That's what they do. They get under people's skin. That's what they do, man. They don't do nothing else. And not like you know, Brooks, he's nice offensively now. You see him with the step back threes and all that. Before he could knock down shots, but he was doing a lot of stuff. I was like, he getting busy, man. I didn't know he offensively, you know what I'm saying? But it was just him and Devin Booker. That's it. Everybody else had 10, 12, 6, 7. You know, everyone's splitting up, but it was just them two. But Grayson Allen, this is what he does. He gets under your skin. And the Knicks, they look soft, man. They let things get to them. And they just can't win games. And here's the thing. We won a rebounding battle tonight. We out-rebounded them 50-37. But, you know, they beat us. it was our 18 turnovers to their 9. And that's the ball game. It ain't like they shot better. We shot 39% from 3. They shot 38. We shot 45% from the field. They shot 45% from the field. If you want to get to the free throws, let me see what the free throws were. The free throws were, they were 20 for 23, 87%. We were 17 for 21, 81%. The game is pretty much even. Turnovers. The captain had 4 of them things. Or 5. Yes, he had 4. Cat had 5. Kolek had 3. I mean, that's the ball game, man. They're soft. They're soft, man. They're soft and fluffy like grits, man. You got to get stronger with the rock. You're on the road, man. You're on the road. You got to fight through that, man. You got to fight through that. Tough loss. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Tough loss to them boys. And I thought it was a game they should have won. They're better than these guys, man. But they got punked on the road. They're better than these guys. But it's that third quarter. That third quarter was it, really, because they won the second quarter 37-34. They won the fourth 21-18, even though they was turning it over like crazy in the fourth quarter. But that third quarter, they lost that by 8. 32-26. That's when they went on that run. I think they went on like a 14-0 run or something like that. They were up by 11 on the Knicks. Just because of stupid turnovers. And that's what hurt us tonight, man. That's what hurt us tonight. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV live tonight, man. On this Friday night Knicks, man. Tough loss to them boys, man. In the Valley, the Suns, 112 to 107. The Big Cat, 15 points, 12 rebounds. Eric Green, well said. What's good, LV? I think it's a strategy against the Knicks. Rough us up. Pistons tactics from the playoffs last year. We need to get tough. Of course, man. We too soft, man. We too soft, man. We're soft, man. We're soft. Soft. No edge on this team. The only one that's got edge is Josh Hart, man. Everyone else is soft, man. You get a little bump here and there, you fold up, man. Let me go in here and go in the chat, man. See what everyone's talking about, man. Tough loss on the boys, man. Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rock with me tonight, man. Tough loss on the boys. Tony says, what a turnover of the night, man. With these Knicks, Deuce McBride is our number 2 option. I'm worried about this team. Yo, Tony, man, agreed. I think we're fine. I think we get to the place, but it's still kind of early. I mean, kind of figure out where we fall as far as the rankings go, but I don't know, man. Just these guys, and then I'm gonna touch on some with the coach too. I think he's struggling too. Lionel Monas, what's going on? Another loss, yeah, man. JB turnover, man. Yeah. He's struggling on that. Nick, yeah, turnovers at the worst times. Agreed. Namath, sloppy, careless. Agreed. Time passes by. Says too much Brunson dribbling. No ball movement like the beginning of the year. Yeah, he's got to identify what's going on, but everybody's gotten so close, so used to him being, you know what I'm saying? Like, Brunson being, the hero, right? And that's cool. That's understandable. And so listen, man, it's going to happen sometimes. I'm not really, that doesn't bother me too much, time, Pat. That defensive rotation is what had my blood boiling. Because you got to be smart, like as a ball player. You just can't. Sometimes you just turn the ball over. It happens, but you got to be smart. Defense, you got to be smart, man. You got to identify rotations. You got to identify who's got the hot hand, who you got to guard. You can't leave dudes open. The league is too nice. You can't be leaving guys open. You can't do that. East New York says in late games, Jalen always try to play hero ball and not move the ball. Yo, listen, man, I hear that, man, but he's the clutch player of the year, though, man. You win some, you lose some in that aspect is what I'm speaking of. So sometimes you're gonna miss him. Sometimes, we're so used to him making it in big times that, so it happens, man. It's just we're just not playing good basketball right now as a team. We're just not, especially on the defensive end. And then our decision making, and then it's just, yeah, man. Right now, we just, because this is a game we win easy last year, man. These guys weren't better than us. You think the Phoenix was better than us? I don't think they were. But the Knicks got punked in that third quarter, and then they got to fight their way back, and then they can't get stops. Like it's just insane. Big Tessa, sometimes Dolan does. It was reported that sometimes on the team playing, he would play his music. Okay. I lost just too many turnovers, and I wish Mike Brown would get involved a little bit and talk to the team. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something about Mike Brown. What I'm seeing here. Let me tell you guys something. Do you guys think, and I want to throw this out there to you guys, and I really want your honest, opinion here. Do you guys think that he's maybe, you think You think this job might be too big for him? You think it might be? I'm just asking. Because did you see the rotations today? I was all over the place about who was in the game, who wasn't in the game. Like he was putting guys in and yanking them out after 5 minutes. I was like, yo, what is he doing? Like, who's in the game? He took out OG. Then 5 minutes later, he puts OG back in. He takes out Bridges. Then he brings him back after 5 minutes. Then he takes out Deuce. Deuce comes right back in. Then Mitch is coming in. Like he's all like, no lineup could break a sweat. Like he could not. That right there with the rotations and the way that it was tells me he's coaching nervous. He's coaching scared. Like it's something about what like that's what that's what I was thinking as I'm like, yo, what is he doing with these rotations? Like what is he doing with these? Like it was all over the place. Clarkson went in for Deuce. Deuce went out for like 2 minutes. Then he went in for OG. Then Kolek came in. Then Kolek went out. Then Diawara came in. Then he went out. Then McCullough came in. Then he went out. Then it was like just it's like a subway, man. Like I was like, yo, what is he doing? Yo, stick to a lineup, man. I was like, you can't get in rhythm. They can't get any chemistry and nothing because you're rotating guys every 2 minutes. That's a rookie job. Excuse me, a rookie coaching job. That's what that is. That's a rookie move because he's unsure. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's uncomfortable, obviously. And I think he's feeling the pressure. And then also, too, I think the team, he's trying to implement his offensive system, which is cool. But I think it's gotten to the point to where it's kind of hurt this team in a sense of like, you still got to play basketball, man. Right? So OG Anunoby went baseline, had a wide open dunk to finish at the rim. He kicks it out to Bridges for 3. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Why would you go from a 99% shot to a shot that you can make at probably 40% of the time? Because that's what these guys are shooting. The really good three-point shooters are shooting 40%. So why would you do that? That's just bad basketball. That's just really, really bad basketball. And then we had an open break. Bridges is coming down shooting fallaways, and there's nobody underneath the rim. I'm like, yo, what is he doing? So what it's telling me is that these guys are overthinking the game. And he's trying to drill this offensive thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So he dropped the ball too, just with these rotations and everything. It just didn't make any sense today with the rotations. I was totally like, I had no clue what was going on. I didn't even know who was on the court sometimes. I said, yo, wasn't such and such just in? Wasn't Kolek just in? Was it? Yo, wait a minute. What? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think this team is trying to figure it out. But you could see like there's some uncertainty there with certain things. You could just see it. Lionel Monis. Are we contenders or pretenders? Good question, sir. It's kind of up in the air right now, Lionel Monis. For me, I think it's up in the air. I don't want to say where, because right now I'm just taking it day by day, game by game. This is still my team. I'm not giving up on them, but they gotta show me a little more fight here. Like they kind of look weak. Like what I mean is, it's like if they get bumped a little bit or someone kind of challenges them, they fall by their wayside. They just lose all focus, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's frustrating, man. So it just doesn't, doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I will say this though. There's still time to grow. Still, the season's still very, very early. We haven't gotten to the All-Star break yet. So, that's. But guys, you got to understand, man. If the first 3 quarters we had 12 turnovers, guys, and then we had 6 of them things in the fourth, man, and only 21 points. The game was there for us to have. Fourth quarter, we only shot 30% from the field and 25% from 3. I mean, look, this game is easy, man. This game is easy, but I will say, I just think a lot of it has to do in some ways with just their lack of stability with the rotation. Like, guys, you got to understand, if you're just playing with different guys every 2 seconds, like it's gonna throw things off a bit. And so it just seems like the team is all over the place defensively and all that stuff. And to me, that starts with the head man. That starts with the head guy, man. Because when your team's all over the place like this, it just seems like they just don't know what they're doing. They just don't know what they're doing. And then you got different guys out there, different lineups. There was times I saw Kolick. I think I saw Kolick, Brunson, and maybe Clarkson out there, something like that. I think I saw that. And then Mitch and like OG, like just insane lineups. Like, I'm like, yo, what is he? What is this? Like, line of most remains to be seen, I guess. Agreed. Hey, Just Knicks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV live tonight. Tough loss on the boys in the Valley of the Suns. 112 to 107. The captain, 27 points, 5 assists. Wiz BK from LA, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with me, man. I truly appreciate it. Hope all is well with you, man, on the other side of the planet. Oh, look who's walked in the building. MBIC has graced us with his presence. What's going on, sir? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV live, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you. So I'm glad you coming through, man. You always come through when it's a rough night. Okay. East New York says a lot of times they give up getting to the 2 by overpassing for the 3, missing a lot. But East New York, listen. That's coaching, man. He's trying to implement his system, and that's sometimes you just got to play ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's simple hoops. If you right there, you got the layup, you right there, just make the shot. Don't overthink the game. And you can see they're overthinking it, right? They're overthinking it. They're not just playing. They're not reading and reacting. They're not doing that. I know that's a tips thing from last year, but sometimes you can still do that and still be effective. Don't overpass. Don't overthink. And that's where the turnovers come. They're just overthinking too many things, man. Doesn't make any sense. Eric Green says, yeah, they are. They are, man. He's their heart and soul, man. No pun intended, right? He's the heart and soul of this team. And you see how they're kind of off. Because when he's in there, he's the glue. He's the glue. He talks. He's kind of like the guy that's telling, you know what I mean? This is why Tibbs played him like 40 minutes a night. Because when he's out there, you see the difference in this team. You see the difference. Listen, he's the heart and soul of this team, man. Brunch is the leader, we know that, but the heart is that guy. It's him. It's him. Tony said this team needs a Kevin Garnett type of player. Well, that's why, if you remember last year, they brought on who's old boy they brought on? I forget his name. You know what I'm talking about. They brought him on for the playoffs because they said they needed that in the locker room. What was his name, man? Come on, you guys help me out, man. It's late, man. It's Friday, man. You know, the old vet. The old vet. He was on the team just for that. You guys know what I'm talking about. I forget his name. But Tony, I'm glad you mentioned that. Let me tell you something. PJ Tucker. That's right. There we go. PJ Tucker. NBIC. Thank you. Eric Green. Thank you. Let me tell you what I heard on I don't know if where I think I heard it on Instagram, Twitter. I don't know. I forget where I heard it, but someone said, right? Someone put up a quote. He said, "Yo, you know what the problem is with this Knicks team?" I thought it was hilarious. He said, "Yo, they got too many dudes on this team who I would let date my sister, and not enough dogs on this team." He said, and that's the problem with this team. And as much as I was laughing, he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. And there's not enough guys like that on this team. You got a lot of laid back, fly guy type of dudes, right? You got a lot of that. And it's nobody really that's going to get in there like a Brooks, like even a Grayson Allen, right? That's feisty. Even, Devin Booker, he get up in there. You know what I'm saying? He be talking smack and doing what, pushing dudes around, right? Ready to fight. Right? You need guys like that. Or even the one guy who I liked, man. I liked him. He was causing problems. Gooden, he had the face mask on. He was getting in it, causing fouls, hacking. He was doing all types of stuff. But, he was getting active, man. He was getting after it. You know what I'm saying? He looked like Phantom of the Opera out there with that mask on. But he was getting after it. He was playing with a little bit of tenacity, a little fire in his belly, right? Where's the fire at from this team, man? And it's just I don't know, man. They had more fire last year, but I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is in 1 second. Hey, James Davis, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, sir. Agree to Disagree podcast. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Yo, Tim, is that you? Is that you, Tim? Is that you, Tim? Yo, Tim, what up, man? What's shaking, man? Harlem Bronx all day, man. Hope all is well. Long time no see, Tim. Tim, listen, man. Happy holidays, man. Happy holidays. Happy New Year to you, my brother. Hope all is well with you, man. Appreciate you coming through rock with me tonight, man, on this late night Friday night Knicks. Yo, tough loss in the Valley of the Suns, man. Nasty loss. Nasty. But yeah, man, that's what the kid said. The kid said, yo, the problem with this team is that they got too many dudes on this team that I would let date my sister. They ain't got no dogs. And he's right, man. See, when Josh is out there, Josh gets in it. He's feisty. So this team plays with an edge. Right? So it's different. But now that he ain't there, you see, we look like a bunch of punks, man. This team, as good as they are, they look like they come uptown where I'm at, uptown at Rucker, they get run off the court, man. Them dudes be pushing them all over the court. They'll be crying and complaining. You got to fight through that, man, especially on the road. Marshall White, 3875. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with me. This is what I do after every Knicks game, man. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, Marshall Wright, please subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew. Tough loss for the boys in the Valley of the Suns, losing to the Phoenix Suns 112-107. The captain, 27 points, 5 assists. The big cat, another double, 15 points, 12 rebounds. If you guys haven't done so, please hit that like button for me. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. Listen, nasty loss. Nasty loss. Tony says, LV, man, if I'm Coach Brown, I will start Deuce over Mikal until he shows more aggression on offense and consistency. Okay, Tony. Tony, here's the problem, Tony. He's making $150 million, Tony. There's no way that happens. No way. You seen James Dolan sitting on the baseline, right? He's sitting right next to Leon. They're watching, man. They're watching this cat like a hawk. They're watching this cat like a hawk. I told you guys, there's reports out there that after every game, he talks to Leon about why he made certain decisions. So he got to check in, man. I'm telling you guys, the pressure is real on this cat. Yo, man, they probably James Dolan said it, man. He said it. We should be a championship team this year. We should be in a championship. Yeah, that's him letting it be known what the expectations are. When they asked Mike Brown about that, he said, I'm just worried about the Clippers. Yo, my man, I hope you're paying attention to what your boss said. I hope you're paying attention. But I will say this. This team is a lot softer than last year's team. They are. Last year's team had a lot more grit, man. A lot more grit. And it's like anything in any sports. I've said it before. Your team takes on the personality of your coach. Whatever your coach is, your team takes on that. They do. So if your coach is soft, you're going to be a soft team. I'm telling you right now, that's what it is. And if anybody's ever played, you know what I'm talking about. If your coach lets you get away with stuff and lets you kind of be lackadaisical, he's all over the place as a coach. I see him. Like, he don't know what he's doing. So you could see it in the team. The team don't know what it's doing. Like, rotations are crazy. They got layups. They're kicking it out for three. Like, just insane basketball. That's not good hoops. I don't care what everyone's doing. If you got a layup, make the layup. You got a dunk, make a dunk. They kick it out for threes for easy stuff, man. Easy stuff. Regular basketball players, they overthinking it because they can go in the corner for three. Insane. But Tony, that's why they would never do that, Tony. He's making too much money, Tony. He's making too much money. Now, I understand what you're saying. You're saying just based on hoops, right? You're based on basketball and what you see. So, Tony, I ask you this. So you would have Deuce over Mikal when Josh comes back, Tony? Is that what you're saying? I'm just trying to figure out the lineups here, Tony, what you're saying. Is that what you're saying? So you would take out Mikal. Yes, LV. Okay. Tony, here's where that would be a problem. There's no size out there, Tony. None. Mikal is 6'6", man. I know he may not look like it, but he's pretty tall. You see him in person, you see how big he is. He's pretty tall. You have no size out there. None. So you put Josh out there. Josh is only 6'5". There's no size now, LV. No, that's not true, man. That's not true. You got two wings out there, 6'6" and 6'8". Josh is 6'4". Deuce is 6 feet, maybe. Brunson's just making 6'2". So now you're super small. When Josh is out there, at least he's 6'4", Brunson 6'2", Bridges is 6'6". You know what I'm saying? So that's why that would happen. They would attack Deuce. You see, they started attacking him today. You would have guys like Brooks going against Deuce defensively. That would be a problem, man. So that's what I'm saying. So it's just the size matter, Tony. That's why. You know what I'm saying? So, and I love Deuce. I do. I love how he's shooting the ball, everything. He's not big enough, Tony. He's only 6 feet. Now, if he's 6'5" or something, now we got a conversation, Tony. Now we got a conversation. He's just not big enough, man. McBride took the number 2 option tonight and getting paid nothing. But Tony, I know Tony, listen. I agree with what you're saying, Tony. I'm not knocking that. What I'm saying is the thing with him, he's just not big enough, Tony. He's too small, man. Then you start getting dominated on the glass and stuff like that. Like, he's just not big enough. You still need size. Size still wins, Tony. Size still wins in this league. And you can get away with that bust so long until his team starts attacking that, and that's it. You're finished. And then he'll get in foul trouble, and he'll be done. Marshall says, who would you trade Cat for right now? I would take Zion, anybody that's not soft. Nah, man. No way with Zion Marshall, man. He's another soft guy, man. He'll pull his hamstring going down to the coochie free throw. You know what I'm saying? That's what will happen to him. Or he'll get caught up. One of them girls up there in Starlets. Where's Starlets at? Starlets is in Queens, right? He'll be out there in Starlets. He'll be like, why isn't he playing? He's like, yo, man, I don't know. He got caught up in Starlets. Now he done pulled hamstrings. Come on, man. Like, no, not in this town. He's losing his mind in New Orleans. Imagine he come out into the biggest city in the world. It will be JR 2.0. He'll be at Starlets in a playoff game. We got a playoff game tomorrow night. He's at Starlets the night before. Like, you know what I mean? It'll be stuff like that. Like, nah, man. Nah. I would start Shaman over Mikal. Ooh. See that's Shaman's solid, man. Shaman's solid. Do I think he's better than Mikal? No. Tony says, LV, man, the moment Brunson makes others around him better, then we could talk about championship. That's a good point, Tony. That's a good point, Tony. That's a good point, Tony. Tony, I'm done with championship talk with this team. I'm not talking championship. I'm taking Tony. I'm taking it day by day, game by game. Like, that's it. I'm not, especially the way they looked against Detroit. I said, nah, B, this ain't it. So now I'm the same thing. Like tonight they should have won, but they got punked in the third, and you could see it. Marshall says, Dick Pate 6'8". Why is he on the court? Dink Pate wasn't out there tonight. Why is he on the court over McCullough? Dink Pate's not out there. You talking about Diawara? That's a coaching thing, man. You know what I mean? That once again, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Marshall. He's all over the place with his substitution and coaching. He don't know what he's doing. That's what I'm saying. That's my point with the lineup. Like, they're all over the place. Like, you can't get a rhythm if he's subbing dudes out every 5 minutes. Like, that's a rookie move. That's why I'm saying the pressure's on. He don't know what he's doing. I can see it because those type of choices and those decisions is what rookie coaches do. You think the pressure ain't real, people? You think it ain't real, man? He feeling it, man. Yo, he feeling it. He under pressure, man. Tim says Mike Brown got to toughen up, man, and check players when they're not performing, especially Brunson. Nobody cares if his dad's the coach on the team. Yo, word up. But his dad might be on some stuff like, yo, don't say nothing to my son. Yo, man, I tell you, listen, that Matt Barnes stuff is a real thing, man. Matt Barnes said this guy is he's kind of, you know, Mike Brown is you know, these dudes be walking all over him, man. So I can imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we don't want to ruffle no feathers, man. And then there's another thing too. Hold on, I'm gonna say this after that. Tim says this team is too soft. As much as I hated Tibbs, he had them playing defense. Mike Brown got many coaches on the bench, and yo, word up, man. Agreed. Here's what I will say, right? And this is where it comes. This is with the coaching piece. When you come into a new situation and it's an already winning team, like they're ready to go now. That in a sense is kind of worse than a team that's like the Wizards or the Hornets, like because you can work your way up and get them to where they're respectable, but ain't really no pressure there. When you come into a situation where the team is packaged and ready to go now, especially in market one, the pressure is different, man. Different. And trust and believe this guy feels it. He's going to try to paint the picture that this, that. No. He feels the pressure. So Tim, he may not want to cross that bridge and confront Brunson. It's possible to be like, yo, my man, watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying, Tim? He might say that to him. Yeah, my man, watch your mouth. He might be on that. And Mike Brown might see the energy up in there and might be a little shaken by that. You know what I'm saying? But if you come in like Tibbs is a hard nose. He ain't scared of nobody. Tibbs, you see Tibbs on the bench screaming and arguing with players. You know, him and Josh Hart got at it. We heard the recordings of him and Obi in the back screaming at each other. So Tibbs ain't scared. He does what he wants. After games, Tibbs ain't meeting with Leon to talk about game planning. He didn't do that. This guy's doing this with Leon. So this it's a lot of pressure here, man. It's a lot of pressure, and I think this might be a lot for him, man. A lot. Tony says, to Coach Brown, you can go and take all your spray threes with you and take Cat and McHale and the entire coaching staff with you. Yo, man, listen, look, he better tighten up, Tony. He better tighten up because this team looks soft, man. This team looks soft as tissue paper. And this is a team, guys, no one mentioned say anything in the chat. So I'm going to ask you guys again. You guys think Phoenix is better than us? This team was no way. I'm speaking of just the guys that were out there. There's no way the Knicks should have lost to these guys. No way. No way. NBIC, here we go. We are not ready to go now. This is a myth and a false narrative that Leon is running. We ain't beating Detroit in the playoffs, and we definitely ain't beating no championship teams. NBIC, a pillar here in the LV Live show, is dropping heat once again. And Tony has totally jumped out the window. Look, Tony's talking about bringing back Mr. Beijing himself. Tony, not gonna happen, Tony. Tony, stop, Tony. My man getting that. What's he getting that? Beijing, right? Or using that? He's using that Fat Joe stuff. What was Fat Joe got to be a kid out there, right? Mike Woodson had that super black on. He had that super black. Tim says, yo, we shouldn't have lost this game, man. Brunson has to trust his team and find a way to get Cat comfortable in the offense. Yo, Tim, I've been screaming that, man. I've been screaming that, man. Yo, man, look, man. You know, this is a tough loss, man, because this team's not better than us. This is a straight. They got punked tonight, man. They got punked again, and that's where all turnovers came from. The turnovers didn't come from anything else. It's just stupid basketball. And then their rotations are insane, man. Defensively, they just don't know what they're doing. Like, I'm screaming at the television like, yo, don't go there. Yo, I'm screaming as if I'm the coach. I'm screaming out defensive sets. I'm like, yo, you got to go back. Like, Clarkson, don't help. Like, yo, what are you doing? Stop over helping. You don't. They leave it open to the wide open three. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Or reaching. Just idiotic basketball plays, man. And it makes you think in some ways that all these dudes work on his offense. Like, they're not smart enough to know simple adjustments defensively. Kind of like what Brunson did at the end of the game. Like, you don't help on that. You don't go and help. This guy done hit you, bang 2 threes in your face from the same spot Champagnie was hitting, and you guys just don't learn your lesson. You cannot help on that. Towns got to have to figure it out one-on-one. But I'm not going and leaving an NBA player wide open for 3. They're making them threes like it's layups. And what happened? He switched to 3. That's stupid, man. Stupid defensive rotation. Now, you know, I'm not going to totally destroy Brunson because I don't know if someone told him on the coaching staff to go over and go double. And if someone did, they're terrible. Get him off the team. Because that's dumb. I don't care how good Devin Booker is. Cat going to have to figure it out. But you cannot leave wide open shooters in this league. You cannot. Lionel Motis, we need Josh Hart and Landry Shamet back. Yeah, listen. Landry, yeah, but more Josh Hart, man. We need Josh back, man. We need Josh back bad, man. We just do. He brings, he's the glue, man. He's the glue and the heart and soul of this team. We need him back, man. Yeah, we just tough loss, people. All right, guys, let's bring up Mike Brown, man. Let's listen to hear what he had to say tonight. I'm very interested to hear what he has to say. I'm very interested to hear. I got to hear what he has to say. Let's listen to Coach and see what he has to say tonight about tonight's.
I thought to start
to tonight's loss, he's all over the place, man. You could tell. I think this is too big for him. And once again, remember, guys, he wasn't our first choice. You know what I'm saying? He's not our first choice to coach the team. He got fired from the last place he was at. The Knicks weren't running to go hire this guy. You know what I'm saying? So, and once again, I'm not trying to give up on him, but I could tell he's unsure what to do. He doesn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's very obvious. It's very obvious that he's doing a lot of rookie stuff, man. But let's listen to Coach Brown give his breakdown about tonight.
I thought to start the game, we gave Phoenix, especially Dylan, more so than anybody else, a little too much space, and he got extremely comfortable out on the floor. And, for him to go for 20, I think, on 8 for 10 from the floor in the first half, when most of them were just straight ISOs, is tough to overcome. But our guys, I got to give our guys credit. They fought in the fourth quarter. They fought well enough to give us a chance to win. But at the end of the day, holding them to 18 points was great. Playing a double big lineup, but at the end of the day, when you have 18 turnovers for 22 points compared to their 10 turnovers for 11 points on the road, it's going to be tough to overcome. So again, we just have to make sure we try to do this for 48 minutes and not wait till the last quarter to turn it on defensively. Otherwise, it'd be tough, especially on the road.
But why is this happening? Like I hear him, but why is this happening? Like why on the road are they turning the ball over like this, man? Why? Why? I'm just saying, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, we did all these mistakes, but why? Okay, Dylan Brooks got busy in the beginning. He didn't do nothing in the second half. He scored 20 in the first half, right? Dylan Brooks finished with 27 points. He scored 7 in the second half. We tightened that up, man. He wasn't doing nothing else. So, he's a good ball player. Guys, this is the NBA, coach. Dudes are going to get busy. You saying give too much space. What more space? OG was guarding him. Your best defensive player on the team was guarding him. He was cooking him. So it happens. Guys are going to make shots. They locked in on the second half. Cool. But you can't turn the ball over, man, on the road. That shows lack of discipline from this team. Lack of discipline. And I'm sorry, guys, but listen, discipline comes first. Come to coach. He sets the tone. He sets the tone for that. Time passes by. Said, why are we always playing catch up? Agreed. Why? Why are we always doing that, right? Time passes by. I wish you was in there to ask him that question. Hey, Coach, let me ask you this question, Coach. Why does it seem like your team on the road, or the last couple of games, shall I say, they just seem like they're playing catch-up in these quarters? Like, what's going on? Why offensively they're shutting down? I know you're doing a spray 3 thing. That's whatever you call it. But it just seems offensively they just don't have it going. Why is that, Coach? That time passes by. I would say just like that. I just don't get it. Tim says, I didn't want him as a coach, man. I wanted to coach from Memphis. He's young and coaches defense. Agreed. But you know what it is with this guy, Tim? What I think. This is not what I heard. This is not what speculation is, whatever. I told you, Tim, the reports out there that he's meeting with Leon like after the games, like to give Leon a breakdown of why he made certain decisions on the court. So it's like he's being micromanaged, man. A lot of other coaches wouldn't deal with that. Tibbs wouldn't deal with that. There's no way a coach would have to talk to the GM after every game. There's no way. Now, I don't know if it's true. I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know what. But I saw reports out there that that's what's going on. Right? So, like, he might be the only dude that's willing to do that because they know they can do that to him. But other coaches are not going to be down with that. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's probably why he got the gig, man, because he's willing to do whatever they want him to do. And Leon probably likes that because they're micromanaging the situation. Because what did James Dolan say on the Carton show? This is a championship team. I got, was that 4 dudes making over $100 million? Brunson's making 150. Bridges is making about the same. Cat's making about the same. OG's making 200. Come on, man. Look at NBIC. Sounds like Leon is on the hot seat. Oh, man. Oh, man. Might be, man. Might be NBIC. I don't know, man. That's a good point. Eric Green says most of the team turnovers were sloppy and overthinking. Just play basketball. That Eric Green, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying the whole game. Certain things like they're overpassing everything, just trying to get these corner threes. Yo, just play ball, man. You got to make the layup. Make a basketball play. If Towns got a mouse in the house on him, give it to Towns. What are you guys doing? You're overthinking the game. It doesn't make any sense. But Eric Green, that goes directly to coaching, Eric Green. That goes directly to coaching. Your team is a representation of your coach. I mean, this is simple, man. This is so easy. That's exactly what it is. And his team looks soft. They look unsure of themselves. They're making bad passes. They look like they don't even know what the hell they're doing on defense. Like, so what? I also heard, big shouts to Steph Bondi out there. The Knicks reporter. I heard him on one show. I don't know what show it was, but I remember hearing him on a show about a week ago. He was stating about the defensive troubles. He said that he was kind of informed, and once again, this is all alleged. I'm not sure, but I remember Steph Bondi stated that, and I heard him on a show that the Knicks are not playing like, how the defense is supposed to cut off the baseline, right? You're supposed to cut off the baseline, like that's the thing, like that's how you've always been taught. But it's something where they're letting guys go to the middle of the court. Like it's the defensive schemes that are being taught are something totally different than what you've originally been taught defensively. And so it's like the team has to adjust to that. Oh, they're trying to figure out ways. But once again, Eric Green, it sounds like they're all over the place, man. So you're bringing in new defensive schemes. Then you're bringing in new offensive schemes. This team is like, that's why you see them. Certain decisions they make just don't make any basketball sense. Especially their rotations on defense. It makes no sense. They're all over the place. So I don't know, man. I don't know. They just don't look right, man. They just don't look right as a team. And you guys think I'm playing? This guy better figure it out, man. He better figure it out fast. I'm telling you. Or he's finished. He's done.
I thought to start the game, we gave.
You can say what you want. I mean, but the reality of the situation is that there's an expectation here, man. There's an expectation. The owner don't want them just being out, just being a regular team. He don't want that. He don't want that at all. You know what I'm saying? He expects them to win. He's paying big money for this team. They got really, really far last year. He's not trying to hit nothing less than that. And so I think it's pressure, man. I think it's a real thing. I don't think it's anything fake. I really don't. I think it's a very real thing, and I think that, these guys, including Leon, these guys probably feel like they got to deal with, whatever choices that they made, and the owner is going to be upset about whatever the dynamic is. Did you guys hear Mike Breen was saying it's poor officiating here? Did you hear Mike Breen say that? And I agree with Mike Breen. I agree with him. I thought the whistle was a little different, but at the same time, at the same time, we are playing on the road, right? We are playing on the road, so. Do you really expect us to get any time? You got to kind of fight through that. You got to toughen up. You got to fight through that and play through that. You got to understand you're not going to get the whistle because you're not home. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a situation that I don't know. So guys, did you know that after the Detroit game they had a team meeting? They had like a team meeting, you know what I mean, after Detroit, because I guess because of how they played. So they had kind of like closed door meeting and stuff like that. Did you guys hear about that? I guess some things were discussed and talked about. I think Mike Brown's talking about it now. I think they kind of had a heart-to-heart or open, conversation, I guess, about how they played and all this other stuff. James Edward III talked to the coach about it. I'm bringing it up right now so we can kind of hear what he has to say. But yeah, they had a players meeting, man, about that game because guys, they just don't look like the same team. They just don't. And believe it or not, for him as a coach, this is what's really going to show exactly how good of a coach he is, right? Is he able to get these guys out of it? Because they need some direction right now because they got a new coach, they got a new way of doing things, a new way of, so what are you going to do to get these guys on track here? Because the team is not new. You're new. You're the one that came in here and brought in your new stuff. So this team's not new. They know how to win. They've proven it last year. With a guy that a lot of people felt ran them into the ground, but they still was one series away from the finals. Going against teams that are better now. That Boston team is better than the teams in the East right now. And if Tatum come back, oh man, watch out for them. Right? So Indiana was way better than what they are now. Of course, with Halliburton and Turner, right? So the Knicks were right there. So this team's not new. You're new. So you got to adjust to whatever this is, and you got to make sure this gets better, not worse. Like, that's not your job here. Your job is to make them better. So if you're not doing that, then what the fuck are you here for? Like, I'm being honest with you. I'm going to keep it G-rated, right? But what are you here for? So he better figure this out fast because they shouldn't be having player meetings and you're like, look, no. You need to get them on track to where they can start winning some games here. And not, what do they lose now? 5 out of 6? So let's hear what the coach had to say about the players meeting.
After the Detroit game, Jalen didn't tell us what was said, but he said that the group talked and that there was still more to be said. And I know you're very big on accountability from the top down. How have you seen this group hold one another accountable, like as from player to player, teammate to teammate? Is that something that you've seen and been impressed with? Is that something that maybe needs a little more work in progress, I guess, from your vantage point?
No, you could see it. They will talk to one another. Now it's not perfect. Not everybody does it all the time, and you hope in a perfect world that anybody can say anything that they want to their teammate. But will that happen? I don't know. It's hard pressed. Just think of your family dynamics. There are times when you're like, I don't want to tell my brother that he's an asshole. I don't know if I can say that, but anyway, my brother Tony, you're not an asshole. But you're thinking that type of stuff, but you're like, maybe this is not the right time, and then maybe you forget or whatever. But for these guys do a pretty good job in that department for an NBA team, but we can all get better, with it.
Okay. Here's where he's wrong, right? So once again, right, he's giving. This is easy stuff, man. This guy's giving everything away. Here's where he's wrong. Brothers fight. If anybody has any brothers, you guys know. I have brothers, man. We fought all the time. Sometimes we came to blows. Brothers fight. They wrestle. They do all that stuff. They sometimes squash disagreements, right? You have family members, cousins that you might have fought. You got to fight with. You guys are wrestling. You slamming each other. You're doing whatever, right? This happens. You know why that happens? Because a lot of times the truth is being told about something, about somebody. Because the only person that can tell you the truth is your brother, is the people that are closest to you. So when you fight, it's a passionate fight. It ain't like I hate you. It's because I'm trying to, whatever, and you get out whatever. And after that happens, right? You guys still love each other, right? You squash it, you dap it up, and you keep it pushing. Because it's still your brother at the end of the day. He just gave me an inside look into who he is. Sometimes you wish you could say this, but you don't say because no. You do say it because you feel like they need to hear it. Like this guy, I told you, listen, guys, this guy's telling on himself. There's nobody that could tell you the truth more than the people that care about you the most. They're the only people that can tell you the truth. Other people outside who don't really know you, the team is like your family, right? So Josh is the only one that could tell Brunson the truth. Mikal is the only one that could tell OG the truth. OG is the only one that could tell Cat the truth because it's a brotherhood in there. If I can't tell you the truth, then what the fuck are we doing as a team? Like that can't happen. That can't happen. You know what that makes you? That makes you weak as a team. Because everybody's scared to be saying something because you're afraid of hurting somebody's feelings. No. In my family, in my crew, we ain't afraid. We tell the truth, man. We tell the truth. My brother needs to hear something, I'm going to tell him. Because I love him. I care about him. I got to tell him the truth, even if it hurts. And he does the same with me. I do the same with my uncles, my cousins, all that. If you don't tell the truth, then do you really care about me? Or are you just going to lie to me in my face and have me living a lie? So is this a team, a brotherhood, or is this a joke? This is it. Listen, guys, this is easy. This ain't hard. He just told on himself. He just told on himself. Whoever's been on the team, give me thumbs up if you've been on a team. Have you ever been in a locker room where there's been fights? Of course that happens. You know why? Because guys are passionate and they want to win. If you feel like guys are dogging it and they're not doing the right thing and it's causing you guys to lose, what happens in the locker room? What happens in the back? When no one's watching, there's no cameras, no nothing. Dudes start stepping to dudes. And then it gets physical. It just happens. I'm sorry. If anybody's never been on a team, I'm sorry to kind of tell you the truth. But that's what happens. Because I don't like to lose. No one likes losing. And if you're getting smoked and getting bullied on the court, you're going to call dudes out for being a punk. And if it gets physical, it gets physical. Sometimes it's got to be like that. Sometimes it's got to happen. Sometimes it's good to taste your own blood in your mouth. Sometimes this happens. But anybody with a backbone understands that. But after that, you dap it up. You hug it out. Now you move on. And then it makes that bond even tighter. Because you know I'm willing to go in a foxhole with you to the death. That's what it is. But if we ain't got that, and there's a bunch of individuals on this team that are afraid to speak up because everybody's soft and fluffy like grits, then what are we doing here, man? What are we doing? Is this even a team, or is this team a reflection of this guy? Soft. That's why that's why Detroit did what they did to us Monday night. That's why that happened. That's why it looked the way it looked. As bad as it is, that's why it looked like that. This is a throwback to my era. We would have had practice the next day, and we probably would have gotten a fight, man. Dudes would probably have been fighting in practice because you would have been calling dudes out for how they played. Especially if certain dudes played scared or they played weak, you'd be calling dudes out, man. Dudes be fighting on the court, man. And the coach would sit back and let it rock. My coach would sit back and let it rock. He'd be like, yo, let's see what happens. And after it's all done, he would say, yo, I'm glad we had that because we need some more fight. But where was that fight Monday night? So that same intensity, that same attitude that you have, you need to have that when it's time for the game. That's it. That's it. And there's nothing wrong with that. This guy just told himself, man. He just told himself. Okay, let me go ahead. Tim says he sounds scared listening, right? Oh, word, you're right, Tim? He sounds scared, man. He ain't taking scary ass back to Sacramento, man. Come on, man. He sound like a punk too. Listen to this, right, LV, man. He like, yo, that's some yo, Tony, Tim, I'm telling you, man. This is easy. The guy just told himself. I just played the interview. Which says, why aren't the 4 and the 5 turnovers next to Brunson and Cat's name? Why aren't the 4 and 5 turnovers next? It is. Wiz, it's on there, Wiz. It's on there, Wiz. It's on there. I'll bring it up and show you, Wiz, right now. I'll bring it up and show it to you right now, Wiz. Hold on, let me just switch this really quick. Oh boy, let me pull this up. Yeah, the stats is right here, Wiz. It's on there. It's on there right there. You see it? It says it right there, clear as day, man. Them dudes, man. Let me pull it down. Hold on 1 second. It's as clear as day, Wiz. Right there. See the turnovers? Cat got 5, Brunson got 4. T.O. There you go right there. There you go right there. Yeah, but Tim, he sounds scared, Tim. He sounds scared. You know, you want to say that to him, but you know, you may not say it. You know, you just be like, I'm just going, nah, knock it off. Eric Green says team fought back Wednesday against the Clippers, but not tonight. Why? Yo, Eric Green, that's a great question, man. Why? Why was there no fight? Why are they getting punked by his team? Why are they allowing Grayson Allen to just do what he does? Why? Why, when the ball was going out, Mikal is being lazy, running to go get the ball, and this guy runs behind Mikal and throws the ball off his chest? See, it's little things like that, right? It's little stuff like that that shows there's no fight here. Look, I don't know, man. I have no idea. I have no idea. Tim says, for don't to be doing interviews this early in the season says a lot. Says a lot. It's a chip he want, and no one is safe. No one is safe, Tim. No one is safe. No one. No one. He's paying too much money out there, Tim. Listen, look. There's a thing called in business what is it? ROI. Return on investment, right? So in business and anything, that's what you expect. He's paying a lot of money to these dudes, man. A lot of bread. This is the team Leon assembled. So he's paying a lot of bread, man. And he sees the return last year, right? Especially for how far they got. I went to the playoff games. The tickets are no joke. crazy expensive. So remember that all that stuff feeds these guys' salaries. So he wants them to go as far and as deep as they can because he want to see that money back that he's paying these guys. So this ain't just okay. Let's make it for the banners. No. This is money, man. This is money that he's got invested in these teams. So he want to see that back tenfold. That's coming out of his pocket, man. So he want, you know what I'm saying? So he want to see that back. So he don't want to hear dudes is out in the first round. No. He don't want to hear that. You bugging. Because he got to see that money back. So the longer they're in the playoffs, the more them tickets are. Remember, the first round was less expensive than the second round. Second round was more expensive. Those tickets were crazy. Then the Eastern Conference Finals, the tickets were insane. I was going to try to go. I said, I can't do it, man. I went to the first playoff game, but it's steep, man. It's no joke how expensive those tickets are. So imagine what he could charge if they make it to the finals. Or I got one better. If they make it to Game 7 of the finals and Game 7's in the Garden. Imagine that, what them ticket prices will go for. So that's what he's thinking. Once again, ROI, return on investment, right? So that's what he's thinking. So he don't want to hear nothing less than that. When Cat's getting what, 60 million, 53 million, something like that. Brunson's getting what he's Brunson. Brunson's getting what he's getting. We just paid Mikal 150. OG's getting 200. Josh is getting what he's getting. Because Josh is getting about almost $80 million, about 80-something million dollars. So they're paying Mitch. Mitch is going to get about 13 this year. So he want to see his bread back, man. He want to see his bread back. Wiz says, not on your main banner. When we lose, I only want to see the stats that caused the loss. Average or expected points, assisted, and rebounds are not relevant tonight. Look at that. Look at that, Wiz. Wiz is like, yo, you got to put him on blast on your banner. I apologize, Wiz. Wiz, I'll tighten up. Tough loss tonight for them boys, man. Tough loss. Tough loss for them boys, man, on Friday Night Knicks. Crazy, man. Crazy, man. Crazy. All right, guys, let's listen to the listen to the captain. I think he's actually, wait, let me see if I can get a better interview because I think he's talking about his boy that plays with Villanova. Let's see if I can get another thing from him, from the captain here. I thought Brunson was solid, man. I thought Brunson was solid today, man. But yo, them turnovers at the end, man, just kind of took away all the other things he did on a positive note. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, as much as I love Brunson, I love what he does. You know what I'm saying? That you can't have those boneheaded plays like that, man. Especially at the end of the game, man. And I'm not even knocking the shots, man. It ain't so much about the shots. It's really about that defensive. You know, just that defensive rotation, man. It's just terrible, man. It's just really bad. And those are the things, believe it or not, guys, that are gonna make or break this team as far as the championship goes. Like it's gonna make or break. I'm telling you. And there's certain things that they should not be doing. They should know. Like you should know, it's so much more than hoops is so much more than just scoring. So you got to be able to kind of defend too, man. And tonight, this team, what they did is they kind of bullied the Knicks, like I stated before, and they pretty much was able to get stops when they needed to get stops, but also to force the Knicks into turnovers, and not because they're better than the Knicks. They just out physical them. You know what I mean? And that's a problem, man. That's a problem. You got to be able to kind of like fight through that, man. And show that you know how to win in tough games like this. This is what's going to separate the really good teams from the bad teams, and this is what's going to separate regular teams from championship teams. You know what I mean? It's just the truth. And just what I'm seeing right now from this team, and yes, it's still early. It's not the All-Star break. I know I said it, but it's a little concerning. It really is. Just certain things that I'm seeing, I'm just like, yo, come on, man. Like these certain defensive rotations, I keep on saying that, but that's really what the issue is. And this, honestly, today too, this is probably one of the worst games I've seen Kolek play. Kolek looked like he was rattled, man. He was making really bad passes. He wasn't being smart with the ball. Like I don't know. He just didn't look right. Wiz, tough love, Wiz. Love the West Coast, man. Love it, man. Love it out there, man. Love it out there. Oh, guys, really quick, let me show you. Let me get this out of here really quick. Remove this, man. Let me get this out of here. 1 second. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys Dink Pate, man. Yo, I think I think they should really think about bringing this kid up, man. I'm being honest. I think they should really think about bringing this kid up, man. He's got great size. I know I mentioned him the other day, and I asked you guys. You see some of his highlights. He had 31 the other night, man. He's The Knicks might really want to consider bringing this kid up here, man. Watch this kid's highlights here, man.
Down another three. His off.
Look at this kid, man. Yes, it's the G League. So what? The three is, and he had to develop that. Remember, guys, he's still young, man. Look at him at the top of the key, man. Look what he's doing. And a lot of people gonna say, yo, it's just G League, man. Yo, listen, so what, man? He's still NBA guys. You play against who you can play against. You get busy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at this. Finishing strong. And he's big too, guys. He's 6'8". Look at the confidence that he's playing with. So to me, of course, he can knock it down. Of course, we don't need him to do that. But the beauty of this is that he can. He just needs to get out there and just play. Look at him, man. Yo, man, he looks good, man. He looks really, really good. He looks really good, man. Once again, it's the size. He's huge. Man, listen. Eric Green says teams are getting really physical with Kolek, man. He has to adjust. Listen, they all got to adjust, Eric Green, man. I'm glad you said that. They all got to adjust. They all got to adjust. They got to start to play through it, Eric Green, because obviously the the blueprint is out there. How you can punk the Knicks. That's basically what's happening. And we've never been known as a team that can get punked. Never. So, Mike Brown's going to have to tighten up here. But see, but you heard what he just said, right? You heard what he just said. So you see the type of guy he is. You know what I mean? And so you gotta, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to, talk about the guy. I don't know who he is or how he operates, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know him personally, but that response, I didn't like that response, because that tells me that guys are kind of, they may be afraid to say things. They say some things because they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Man, squash all that, man. We should be able to openly talk to each other, man. We're grown men, and we're trying to win games here. So if we really believe in what's going on in this locker room, this brotherhood, we got to be able to speak on it. But if we're just walking around and no one's walking on eggshells, and sometimes you say something, sometimes you don't, or I don't know, like, then we're not developing a team here. We're not tight knit, and that's what you're going to need to win. You got to be tight knit. You got to be super, super close. And those are the best teams. And I think that's what they were trying to do when they were trying to get the whole, Nova Knicks here and stuff like that with Dante and Mikal, because they knew them guys were tight and they knew how to win championships because of what they did with Villanova. And I thought that was what they were trying to do, but they went out and got the big cat because, of course, they knew they were going to re-sign Randall. Cat's a better player than Randall, but, the Wolves wanted Dante. They was trying to put in other players. They said, no, we don't want nobody but Dante. They knew who they wanted. So that kind of threw off certain things because Dante's a little different. Dante's going to be up in here hacking dudes. He ain't going to let this rock. You see him get up in Miles Bridges' face that time, right? So Dante's a different type of cat, right? And so is Josh, right? So we're missing that. We're missing that. Even that little push that OG had, that wasn't even, that was like, that wasn't even, I'm gonna get up in your face. Like I'm for real about it. Did you believe OG was mad? Like, I didn't believe it. That was like the weakest thing. I was like, oh, come on, man. So I'm just saying, man. So I don't know. It's a culture thing. You know what I mean? It's a culture thing. I can't really, you know what I mean? I'm not in the locker rooms. I don't know. So I can't really speak to everything, but it's a culture thing, man. And that's important, because when you're a close-knit team and you're really, really tight with each other, you're going to fight for each other because you don't want to let your brother down. You don't want to let him down. So you're going to go the extra mile to make sure that you do the right thing. You set the screens, you do what you need to do, because you want everybody to eat. But if you're not really that closely knit and you're not really, it's going to show on the court. It's going to show in certain things, and so I don't know. I didn't really like that response from Mike Brown. I didn't. Eric Green says, agreed. All of them, man. Last year we were the team no one wanted to play. Something is missing this year. Agreed. Eric Green. But I think that starts from the top, man. I think that starts from the top. I think it starts from the top. Period. Tim says, the facts, man. Everybody should be able to be checked. That should motivate you to take your game to the next. Agreed, because you don't want to let your brothers down, Tim. You don't want to let them down. Tony's giving up. Tony said, LV, man, his team ain't fun to watch anymore. Tony, man, don't give up, Tony. Tony, come back home, Tony. Come back home. Don't give it up, Tony. Don't give it up, Tony. No, come on, Tony. It's still early. We haven't even hit the All-Star break, Tony. Tony's like, LV, it's over, man. It's over. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right, people. All right, when's the next game here? I think the next game is Sunday. No, I think we got 2 days off. Nice. No, next game is Sunday. I'm bugging. Next game is Sunday at Portland, but they play at 6, which is good. They play at 6. This is sneaky good. We got to be careful, man. Portland is sneaky good. They're almost a 500 team. They're 19-20, so you got to watch out because you could lose here. You could lose here. Even though Chauncey Billups isn't coaching because he's dealing with his own personal stuff. You gotta be careful here. You gotta be careful here. So, you can still win here, but we can still end off the road trip good. So we just gotta lock back in, man. We just gotta lock back in. All right, but listen, let me get up out of here, people. Listen, I'm LV Live. That's my show. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. Right? Also, too, if it's your first time coming through, rock with me and my crew. Please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. And also, too, when you subscribe, right, hit that bell icon to get all notifications for all my shows. All right, listen, I will be going live Sunday after the next game against Portland. So please come through and check it out. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.